Hello, everyone. This is Plague Doctor here with a bit of a impromptu cast. Have my co-caster Yautja at the desk with me. Say hello, Yautja.
Hey, how we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Excited to be here. Was very excited to go ahead and hop in on this cast tonight. We got Aero and ZER0 going head-to-head. Two teams, which I personally would consider to be top prospects in the league going forward. Both teams have very well-established rosters with seasoned players across the board. Should be a great matchup for us here today.
Should be fantastic. We actually recently saw two teams play yesterday. You guys had our first cast of the season. I hear that went pretty well. Heading into our second map, I'm excited to see how these players play it out. Obviously, we've seen them in some other leagues. Looks like a split push happening with this exploding drone from Dusty heading in on the B side of Mall. Meanwhile, a split push on the other side with a drone from A side onto Storage. Very spread out defense from the ZER0 side, wanting to figure out where these players are coming in with a quick kill from Cobson onto Frosty. Noisy wanting to get the refract.
Beautiful eye dash with the kill on the Noisy Splunge with the Taurus, taking out Cobson. And just like that, we're in a 4v3. Foam now going on the wall on B side, contested by two defenders.
EMP still in the hands of Dusty. Aero trying to get a quick push onto the B point. IDAPT opening one. Cubby being opened up by Trick with Splunge trying to get the Taurus kill up on the side. Nearly gets it off on Trick. Splunge pushing out. Dusty getting the kill off. Now it is a 1v2 with Splunge looking to get the kill onto Dusty and Cutskills. Trying to crouch around. Takes out Cutskills. 1v1. Splunge on 4 HP with the Taurus. Not a good situation to be in, especially now that he knows he's in the back hallway.
For sure, Dusty definitely going to be aware from that angle. One shot kill gun in the hands of Splunge, but you're right, he is sitting at only 4 health. And that EMP is currently ticking away. Dusty looking like he's sitting back, going to be content with just waiting for that defuse noise to pop off.
Waiting very patiently.
Go ahead and see Dusty. Oh! Quick reaction time from Dusty.
Well done.
See Aero put the first one on the board.
Aero gets the first on the board. Now, we have a good situation for Aero, especially with their economy. We can get some SMGs. We're seeing a Cadillo from Cobson. These long-range kills are going to be very important, especially with the new gun in the game. If they can get their money up, you can have a good burst rifle. You know, it's a bit contested within the community. I would say the larger opinion has been that it's a pretty bad addition, especially when, you know, 2,900 is a very awkward price range between the Cadillo and a better gun like the Marui or the Vezin. People have just been opting usually for the Cadillo, but maybe we'll see some good plays from the new burst rifle. But we do have a Cadillo in the hands of Cobson. We'll see if he puts some work into it. Now that we're able to get past pistol round, ZER0 is going to be able to get some C4s in their hand if they want after they get some good economy. Looks like a split push again.
Round. Beautiful 3K is coming out from Dusty and Splunge. Splunge putting in work with the Taurus. Nicely done from those two players.
We've got these players now pushing through another split push. I'm noticing this Aero side really likes their split pushes. They don't have a lot of pushing together. Meanwhile, ZER0 very much grouping up, trying to make sure there's no entry into the points. Going down over near Pharmacy, possibly with hatch open. Drone comes in, checking out Food Court, heading through. Now towards point, double drone. Noisy Parrot might get droned out. VLW want to take the drone out immediately. Gets it done with his Omen. We have Noisy Parrot trying to get some shots off. Definitely some wallbangs from Cobson. Nothing with the Cadillo. Checking the back line. I adapt and Noisy Parrot back to back with not even knowing it. Looks like no foam on I adapt, however. He can't quite get the wall open.
Right you are. Defense kind of hunkering down on that B side, knowing that's where all the noise is. No flanks coming out quite yet. Wall now gets blown. Flash going around the wall. Other wall now blown. Instant gonna go ahead and burn I adapt off the spot as the flashes come in. No gunfights quite yet.
Smokes comes through onto bomb. Looks like there's a static down, blocking off the plant. Noisy Parrot comes around the corner, wants to push out, goes for a push, takes out two.
Oh!
Double kill. Now trying to push out for a third, can't quite get it. Cutskills dropping down the stairs, wanting to get the kill off on Noisy Parrot, can't quite get it. Trick, again, trying to get some shots off, but the defense from the Zero squad is keeping them down. Cutskills gets the kill on stairs. Very spread out. Dusty still up on the roof, trying to block off a pharmacy push, but now with 50 seconds left on the clock, Aero is in a tight spot, especially without the EMP.
Yeah, EMP on the ground right now. Going to go ahead and be retrieved by Cutskills at this time. But this defense, they're just hunkering down, holding the angles.
Ooh, Trick going for a bit of a run, wanting to check it out. We've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Trick wants to push in. Dusty's now in, takes out one. Sponge is taken out. Frosty trying to push in. Now it's just JP on a 1v3, trying to push out. Doesn't see anyone. EMP's down. Cutskills up on the table. Trick to his right, doesn't see his corner, and Cutskills gets the kill, giving Aero their second round of the match.
Great work from the offense right there. Knowing the situation, 30 seconds left on the clock, they made their move. Pre-fired a lot of the corners, and it just happened to be the corners that they were in, put them away, leaving one defender left in a 1v3, tough ask. And they went ahead and planted EMP and got the work done.
Well done overall. Zero's in a bit of a tight spot economy-wise. We're seeing one Cadillo, the rest of them SMGs. Meanwhile, we're seeing our first Marui come out on Dusty with Cutskills and Trick both being able to get one as well, along with iAdapt, but it seems like they're being somewhat cautious with their economy. KD so far, Dusty on a 4-0, Cutskills 3-1. Well done so far. I'm not seeing a lot of utility coming out on the Zero side, but they are a bit strapped for cash. That's why they're going down to SMGs, wanting to get maybe a C4 on Frosty. It looks like he did have it. It's on the wall, wanting to blow it up, give them some more visibility options to block off back hallway.
As
now,
it stands right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. Marui in the hand of Dusty had a lot of success so far. 4-0 right now for his KD. Like you said, drone coming out, getting any information that it can. And what I would call a bit of a conservative defense happening right now.
Same with the offense. They're still outside, haven't broken an outside door into lower arcade. They're very cautious for good reason. Usually a lot of teams cover it, but they aren't currently. BLW trying to do a bit of a walkout just to make sure nobody's pushing hall. Wall is opened up into A to give them some visibility into the back hall and some ability to push out without needing to leave B. Dusty trying to get a kill off on BLW. They now know there is a Marui in upper arcade, having to be a little more cautious about those runouts. Very concentrated offense from Aero. They're trying to get any picks they can.
For sure, as a team now getting together outside A. They got foam on the wall. They're ready to rock. Cutskills. Dusty still outside. Going ahead and push from a different angle, but go ahead and run into a door block. The Splunge just on the opposite side wall now gets blown. Flash going inside. Going to go ahead and hit Noisy Parrot, but he's hunkered down in the corner. Ensign going to go ahead and hit a BLW's angle. Trading with Ensign. The EMP is still in the hands of iAdapt. Now those two players, Cutskills and Dusty on the other side, take out JP.
Now inside the B point, going for the push. Cutskills. Oh, BLW takes down Cobson. Sorry, takes down Dusty. Cutskills trying to take out BLW. Takes him down. Cutskills stuck inside the smoke, getting killed through the smoke. But that gives his teammates the opportunity on the other side of the building to push into the A point. Takes out one coming through Con. Able to get the plant down. As long as iAdapt can get the plant down. They're not watching the wall. Splunge trying to push in. Splunge is trying to push in. Oh, taken out in Con. Now iAdapt on a 1v2. iAdapt trying to get the kill off. Does get it off. What a clutch.
Jewel in Con was brought low. Splunge knew he was there. But still, iAdapt able to hit the corner, get that one shot kill with that Cadillo. Beautiful clutch.
We're back with our third, well, really our fourth round. Aero up 3 with a strong showing so far with their economy. Now able to get almost a full buy, other than Cobson sticking to that trusty Cadillo with his 1950. Meanwhile, ZER0 going for a bit of a Hail Mary buy. 2 Maruis with Splunge going down to 0. Almost 0 utility on their side, Yacha. I mean, look at those buys. You've only got some grenades and some incense. Not much more. It's not looking good for ZER0.
And that's kind of been the common theme. They haven't really been able to go ahead and purchase a whole lot of utility because they've been in that eco jam, now down 3 rounds.
Now, with the push-in on food core, JP wants to go for a bit of a cheeky nade. Doesn't get any hits. EMP's down currently outside. We'll see if JP can get some hits off. Drone coming in, takes it out. A lot of defense centralized around food core.
Another grenade coming out, not going to be of avail. While Trick and Iodet were still aside. Dusty up on the wall. Trick gets the grenade kill on JP. Beautiful work.
Thompson dropping downstairs, trying to get kill on stairs. Might get the flash off. He knows Noisy Parrot's on his right. Gets the shot. That's going to be a Vezin for Cobson if he wants it, but it looks like he's sticking to the Cadillo. Now on food court, Frosty going for some wall bangs. Gets a shot off through the wall. Doesn't quite get the kill, but iAdapt is left very low because of it. Dusty watching Pharmacy. His teammates sitting outside. BLW stuck on food court, about to be peaked most likely by cut skills with his teammate Splunge on the cross angle. They know on the ZER0 side that Aero wants to push food court, and Frosty's in a bit of a tough situation with his 3 HP. Splunge just getting some wall bangs. There could be a push here. Cobson going for a bit of a swing. Blind fire is going off on BLW. Cobson just really itching to push with that Cadillo. Takes out 1. Splunge on his right. Almost takes out 2. Splunge gets the kill. Evens it up to a 3-2. Trick trying to push in on food court with these 2 defenders bowling back to point.
Definitely Splunge putting in work there, getting some kills, denying some entry. We're going to have to retreat now as we're in the 3v2, and his partner has 3 health left. Trick taking the EMP. And iAdapt, 45 seconds left to go in this round.
Covering the corner, looks like there is no rotate. That is being called. They have a wall open, now opening the wall next to Frosty. Might get full push from behind. Not even turning around is a bold move from Frosty. They could have pushed straight in. Looks like Trick just throwing a nade in. Might take Frosty out just from some exterior. Splunge takes out 1, pushing possibly through smoke as Frost takes down the other. Now it's just cut skills. Reversing to a 2v1 with a with the flank from Splunge. Cut skills in a tight situation. 10 seconds left on the clock. Frosty getting a stim. Now it's cut skills, and cut skills taken out by a 2 push. Well done from ZER0, claiming their first round of the map.
Great job, ZER0. Go ahead and build something to build some momentum off of. As they got to go ahead and look to start to stack up these defensive rounds. I feel like at this point, 3, if they can get 2 more wins, they might be feeling at a more comfortable spot as they got to go ahead and put their offense on the field.
Let's see. Now, 1 and 3 from ZER0, but they've pulled their economy back because they saved so many rounds. We can see a little bit of an aggressive buy from Aero did not pay off with Dusty only on a Taurus. Cut skills on an RCP. We don't even see any big rifles other than Cadillos on the Aero side. Meanwhile, ZER0's sitting pretty with some Vezins, some Maruis, and a Cadillo from BLW. But unfortunately, there is a disconnect, and Bot Gel is on their side. So possibly we could have a bit of a bot clutch if we're not careful, but otherwise could be a bit of an issue for the ZER0 side being down a player once they just got around, especially with these players forming up to possibly do a storage push on the back of B.
If that player comes back as well, they're going to be fielding a Viper in their hands, so not even aligned with the teammates as far as the economy goes. And we are seeing, again, another split push from the offense of Aero. Trying
Drone
to keep the
going
defense
in.
guessing, I think.
Go ahead. Okay, drone going in on the B side. We have, looks like just checking the box in the back hallway. Noisy and Splunge both holding it down. Meanwhile, JP inside the A point with Frosty as well as BLW going for some wall bangs. Adapt nearly gets hit out, but doesn't quite. Just checking all the angles possible. They don't quite see any defenders. Double trips on the wall, trying to block up any push like last time. Storage is now controlled by Aero. Bit of a blunder from the ZER0 side, just giving storage up. Now it's a good foothold for Aero to get into the point. JP now on the other point. Noisy Parrot just on a lean peak, looking into storage. Ooh, a little bit of TK, but not quite getting a kill off. Wall on the back being taken out. Trying to take out Cubby. No kills just yet.
No, a little bit of damage going out. Grenade going to go out from Trick into deep sight. Not going to find anyone. Getting a little bit of damage on JP. EMP just around the corner of that bomb. And he's got Cobson there with him to hold him.
Want to put the EMP down on the bomb. They do get the shot off. Cobson taking out Noisy Parrot will give iAdapt time to plant it even through the incend. Does die to the incend, but it doesn't matter. EMP is down. With cut skills now inside the other point on Khan. Frosty has no idea. Is none the wiser. Pushing out of Khan. Cut skills. Takes out one. Takes out two. Now it's just Splunge on the 1v2. Full health, but down a teammate, especially with one on the corner next to him. They can't. He needs to check his corners. And gets taken out by cut skills. That's another round in the books for Aero.
Cut skills having a great showing thus far. Check out these KDs. Pop that up real quick. Go ahead and look at the offense. Cut skills 7-3, putting in the bulk of work for his team with iAdapt at 4-4, and then Dusty, not far behind cut skills in the KD spectrum, sitting at 6-3. Splunge on the opposite side, 7-4, having himself a day as well. Frosty 4-4, and then a lot of support pieces coming. Might need a little bit more help from the defensive side, but we're going to have ourselves one more round before these teams got to go ahead and flip.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting once they flip, because we're going to see how Aero deals with being on the defensive side. They have pretty good offense. They're very split up. I'm curious if these two teams are going to mirror each other. Last round, trying to buy everything out. Unfortunately, some of these players, including BLW, down to buying an SMG on the 6th round is not a good place to be in. Meanwhile, full rifle buy on the Aero side. They're looking quite good util-wise. We are seeing a bit of a C4 from BLW. Might be a bit of a hero play in the works if they can get it down. But being on top floor, opening up hatch into upper arcade. That's an interesting play. He's going to try to maybe get a good flank on them if upper arcade is pushed. Oh, he just gave up his element of surprise and blew the hatch. Not quite sure what the play was.
He's just going to go ahead and try to watch that arcade push. Just going to hold that. Kind of a common thing we see on the map. But now look at the offense moving over towards the B side holistically. 4 bodies. Make it a rotate on over.
Rotate towards the B side being called onto the bookstore. Nade goes down, taking out the door blocker. JP and Splunge scrambling to take out these players. Nade straight onto iAdapt, takes him out. Trying to go for a push. That's a Marui free. Splunge takes out Dusty. Splunge getting some good KD down. Trying to push bookstore, another 3K. Until Trick takes him out, but now down multiple players. BLW can take out one. Now it's just Cobson with a Marui holding it down for Team Aero. Trying to get a 4K. He does have a cloak, but being pushed on stairs. And Frosty secures the round for his team, giving ZER0 their second win of the match.
Yeah, I definitely feel like ZER0 had to go ahead and just get one more on the board before they're going to go ahead and make this offensive push happen. Beautiful. What did you saw? A 3K there from Splunge, right?
Yep, 3K from Splunge with the Marui. Some good shots downfield. Just couldn't quite get it off when it came to trying to kill Trick.
Yeah, offense rotated on over, but they were very well prepared for it. Proxy giving away the information that they were there. They also threw a grenade to break the door blocker. So the defense just came on over to the opposite side and put in their gun skill work. Came away.
Now seeing the ZER0 offense. Looks like we're also somewhat spread out on ZER0, but looks like possibly a B push forming up. A lot of teams have stopped pushing records as far as I've seen. A lot more B pushes, a lot more upstairs. Obviously, we saw lower arcade and upper arcade being pushed quite a bit on both the middle floor and the bottom floor. Looks like the storage the storage hold is being taken by the defensive side. Now pushing it on upper floor into lower arcade, rather. Cobson holding onto storage.
Splunge using that Taurus in hand. Last pistol round, he netted himself a 2K with it. Gonna go ahead and look to have similar success as Drone coming downstairs now. Clearing the way for Noisy Parrot and Frosty to go ahead and make their push.
We do have a static down being taken by the drone. Looks like just a blow up of the drone just to maybe give some bad audio for the other team. Noisy Parrot now back behind box by Cubby. Frosty pushing as well. Cobson just waiting on Storage with a cross angle by Dusty. Storage gets blown. BLW pushing in, doesn't know Cobson's inside. Cobson going for the push. BLW none the wiser. Gets taken out, drops as well. JP gets taken out from the back as well. A big Storage push happening. Now a 3v3, health down on the ZER0 side. IDAP takes out Splunge. Noisy Parrot gets taken out by IDAP as well. Now it's just Frosty, super low, and IDAP gets a 3K. Well,
excellent work
done.
from Splunge. Yeah, for sure.
5-2 on the
yeah.
Aero side, trying to push up. You can see they're immediately using their economy, getting some SMGs on the field. Cobson with that fan favorite Cadillo. I love the Cadillo as well. It's very fun to use in game. One tap headshot, which is, you know, it's surprising to me, honestly, talking about the new changes in game. The new gun, 2-tap headshot on the burst rifle is fine, but for 2,900, it just seems a bit excessive, and it seems like a lot of the teams do agree. We haven't seen any player buy the new gun so far.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of that gun utilized in these matchups, as you're right, that 2,900 price tag, when you can just go ahead and field yourself a Cadillo at $2,000, saving yourself $900 for some, it's just a no-brainer, really.
Especially at this level of play, you get one-tap headshots. There's no point in not using it.
Yeah, what more could you ask for?
Meanwhile, BLW playing on the playground with Noisy Parrot, apparently just wasting some time for the droner. Drone going through, back hallway being held by Trick. Food court as well. Splunge throwing out some shots. Cut skills on Pharmacy. Blocking off an errant push. Meanwhile, Splunge pushing straight in. Ooh, bit of a bad push on the incendiary with Trick and I Adapt getting out a bit scot-free. Hobson taking out one on the back stairs. Trying to take out two, but Noisy Parrot gets taken down. Now a 2v4. It's looking very good for the defense so far, with IDAP taking out another. Just Frosty with a Viper and no util.
Still has that EMP in hand, but now he is going to have to face 4 defenders as he's getting peppered up, double swung.
I believe that's a
put away
4K.
by IAdapt.
That may have been a 4K from IAdapt. Looking at IAdapt now, 10 and 5. Not quite a 4K, but a lot of kills on that round. Yeah. Now 6 and 2 for Aero. It's not looking good for ZER0. They might go down to a 7-2 if they're not careful. Bit of a dead man's hand. Now,
just to kind of highlight the performance of IAdapt, that's 2 rounds now where he had a 3K.
Splunge as well, doing very well on the ZER0 side, but unfortunately just can't quite get the rounds off. Bit of a hero buy coming in from ZER0. We've got 3 Cadillos, almost 4, but Frosty looks like he decided against it. JP possibly AFK for a second. Meanwhile, Aero going for as much of a buy as possible. This might be a bit of a misplay from Aero to go for such a high buy, but at the same time, you need to capitalize on your wins. It looks like Frosty may have lost his drone beneath the sign outside.
Oh, no.
So it looks like they're going to be down. Oh, no, he got it.
Oh, he got it. He got
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. Almost down a drone for the round, heading in on lower arcade. Very concentrated defense from the Aero side. Looks like they are going to blow the same wall as before. Trick just waiting in the hall. Meanwhile, Splunge pushing in on upper arcade, just checking for any trips.
Confidence level for this Aero team has got to be high right now. They just need one more win to go ahead and give themselves the map.
Drone goes down from BLW, pushing into upper arcade. IAdapt just staying on the points. Trips go down. Now we see IAdapt just waiting for the wall to blow. BLW going for some wall bangs. Cheeky clone projector down in front of the wall might catch some players out, give IAdapt a chance. As well as the static. BLW trying to push straight in. IAdapt gets the kill down on BLW. Tries to get a second kill as well. Hiding on the wall. Now Frosty, stuck out in lower arcade, is alone. Meanwhile, JP on the stairs. Noisy Parrot on lower arcade as well. Not a good situation to be in if you're a ZER0 player, being down this many players, especially to defenders on mall. We have JP on the back hall, very, very defensive, but it's all lean plays Cutskills takes out one. Now it's just a 2v5. Yautja, it's not looking good.
Not at all. And they're kind of stalled at this point. I adapt with the 2K already. One more kill, and that's 3 rounds in a row with a 3K. He is cooking. And you see him actually pumping his hands in the air while he's holding an angle. He's
going for
feeling
the
good about
push
himself right now.
Going for the push on the back line. Tries to take out one, gets a little aggressive. Frosty takes him out. Now evening up the numbers just a little bit, but not enough to give them a huge fighting chance. Bit of a blind fire going down with the Incen. Cobson not caring, pushing up, trying to get the kill again. A little overly aggressive. Now a 3v2. 40 seconds on the clock. ZER0 could get this down as long as they play their refrag smart.
Health in the advantage of Aero right now. As they got 30 seconds to go ahead and get that EMP planted. 3 bodies on site to contest that plant.
Go for some pre-fires, but smokes down. JP trying to push up into point. Doesn't have EMP, trying to climb up on the bench, but he's going to get caught out, and that's the map for Aero, leading 7-2. We'll see you on map 2. We're going to go to a short intermission in between maps. Welcome back, everyone, to the oh my goodness, I can't talk. Match between Aero and ZER0. We do have our, oh my goodness, I can't talk today, folks. I'm so sorry. Regardless.
Not a problem. I'll take over for a little bit. 7-2 for Aero. Dominant showing for Aero, especially on the offense. They really stacked up some offensive rounds together. And to highlight a few of the players, I adapt cooked on that map 12, 6, and 7 for his KDA with cut skills at 4 and 8, following behind Dusty 8 and 5. I mean 8 and 4. I mean, yeah, great showing.
Yeah, great showing so far from these players, especially Splunge as well. 11 and 8. We had some good front runners so far, but you know, just couldn't quite pick it up. We can see now that we're in our casting desk. We have our 2 bans. We had Damn being banned by the away side, and we had Skyscraper being banned by ZER0. Sorry, opposites. Skyscraper being banned by Aero. We had ZER0 banning Damn. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing either of those. I know we were talking before the cast that you were you were quite sad that Skyscraper got banned.
I was happy that yesterday's cast we got to highlight the map and see some teams work on it. It's an often banned map, unfairly, I believe.
Really?
Not of teams don't like to play it, for sure. From working in broadcast in other leagues, that is a commonly banned map across the community.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, they do not like it, but here we are on ship to begin.
Yep.
And looks like we're gonna have
heading on to our second map. Go ahead.
Yeah, Aero starting off on defense first, ZER0 on offense. So we're flipping the roles to begin here on map 2.
Now, ship has always been somewhat odd for me because I remember before the rework, a lot of the points were a little bit bigger, but now it feels almost like I remember I described it first like a Barbie dream house. Everything has been kind of miniaturized, but it's kind of grown on me as a map, especially with the offensive pushes that people can take in the back hall towards A and through the vent, though vent is something of another monster. Noisy Parrot heading through on the backside of A, going for a standard wall push with iAdapt trying to go for some aggressive holds. Being stuck out kind of in the middle with JP covering the cross angle. Noisy Parrot heading in on the back of the wall push. Cobson may want to do a run out if he actually wants to get some kills on the wall.
iAdapt taking out JP right away. A does appear to be where they want to go. 3 bodies still outside for this offense. Now starting to push up towards the table, taking space. iAdapt Trick ready there to contest on the generator. Ooh, Noisy Parrot getting a kill onto iAdapt. 1-for-1 trade so far for these teams.
However, health advantage does belong in the hands of ZER0, though the push does not, as Trick keeps blocking them off from the wall push. A rotate is being called with Splunge, as well as Give Me a Gunfight pushing through onto red. Dusty is watching it. They're a bit wary because there's no shots coming out. Wall opens up. Proxy goes off. Dusty looking to push. Takes out one. Might get taken out by Give Me a Gunfight, but takes it down. The quick 4 kills to give the first round to ZER0.
2 deaths happening.
To Aero, sorry.
Yeah. 2 deaths happening right away, and then on the opposite sides, picks happening as well.
Well done
Good job
overall.
from Rusty, that 2K.
Mm-hmm. Almost.
Taking out the rotate.
Almost a team ace if Cobson got a kill off. Unfortunately, didn't quite. He didn't die either, though. Now, this leaves, again, ZER0 in a bit of a predicament, but they're taking it in stride. We've got full SMGs from ZER0, full util. Meanwhile, maybe a bit of a save on the Aero side with a Spectral still in the hands of Trick, trying to go for some aggressive buys on the second round.
C4 on the wall, ready to blow it, opening up another angle for them. And good to do so because it looks like the push is going to be that B side. 3 players on rappel. Look at this.
Skills on the top floor as well, trying to go for maybe a hatch hold, but BLW, Splunge, and Noisy Parrot looking to swing straight in. Trick and Cobson holding down Medical. Cobson's going to be in for a bit of a rude surprise. Right next to him, BLW shooting the window out, heading through. 2 flashes coming out. Cobson gets that kill off. There's no world in which he should have got that kill off. Now dead to a wall bang. Nade goes through. Dusty trying to get some wall bangs off. Splunge getting a lean. Noisy Parrot blocking an iAdapt behind the box with Trick on the wall. iAdapt being flanked by 2 clones, trying to give him as much of a fighting chance as possible. JP probably going to shoot one of the clones next to him. Blocking it off. Medical push being held off by these players very well.
4 bodies still alive. iAdapt gets the kill. Oh, picks coming out now.
JP, especially
We're at
low.
22.
That's one. JP down to 13. Pushing back. Does not have a stim. Does have a foam, but also holding on to EMP. May push upstairs. It's a 1v1, 13 HP. Cutskills has all the advantages currently, other than the element of surprise. Watching medical, he could pick up a stim from a body. JP looking to blow the hatch into point. But Cutskills is... Oh, JP looking to fake a blow into hatch. Minute and 15 on the clock. 4-0. This is a good chance to get a bit of a flank play off. But I'm not sure if it's going to work out. I'm hoping, you know, it's a really bad thing to hope, Yacha. I hope JP doesn't kill himself on the hatch. Oh.
That would be an embarrassing play to make, and looks like he's heading down. Cutskills is going to go ahead and react to that hatch being blown the moment he does so, giving JP a little bit of time to go ahead and... Where is JP heading? He's not heading over towards the A side.
He's going to the door blocker. This is...
He's going to shoot up this door blocker now, exposing his position, completely nullifying the play he made on the hatch.
Uh-oh. We've got a nade, I think, in the hand of Cutskills. Oh, doesn't quite work out. JP pushing up. Has a Cadillo in hand, but not health. Cutskills watching the hatch. Maybe Cutskills didn't know he wasn't on the hatch. Now JP in point. Just needs a one-shot headshot. And gets the kill off.
He got it.
Fantastic play from JP. That was a bit of a risky one, but he used his time well.
For sure. I thought the play was to go over towards the A side, blowing that hatch, keeping Cutskills over there while he can get the plant off. But he circled around and got the headshot, and Cutskills was looking at that angle, prepared for him. But JP just a little bit more quicker on the reaction time. Beautiful work.
Well done overall. Now 1-1 with ZER0 getting a quick round off. Might be a better map for them than starting off on Mall. Maybe they just needed a little bit of a warm-up. Some Cadillos coming out for the ZER0 side. Meanwhile, we have a full save from Aero. Nothing but Spectrals, not even any util.
Right. Look at that. Serious strategy coming out for this Aero team. They're only going to field one instant for utility. And a Cyclone now coming out. Yeah, they are saving. On the opposite side, look at that. A Marui, 3 Cadillos, and a Viper.
ZER0's got to capitalize off of this win. Hobson's going to have a bit of a rude awakening. He's being flanked by the hatch. Does get seen by the drone as well, but might get saved by Dusty peeking up from behind. A lot of util being poured out. Dusty peeking, gets taken out. Hobson gets taken out. Quick push-up. Trick trying to get some good kills, but he can't. Now it's a control over navigation. Quick push coming in. ZER0 takes out one, but gets taken out. Pushing through Cutskills on a 1v4 with a Spectral versus all rifles. There's nothing really to save. It only benefits Cutskills to try to get a kill.
Yeah, Spectral in a prayer right now for Cutskills as he's coming through Con. EMP already planted Splunge, holding the angle. Yeah, this is a very uphill battle if I've ever seen one.
The lean peak takes him out. Looking at the roster so far, 7-2 on Mall, 1-1, now 1-2 on Ship. It might be turning around 4-0.
Yeah, definitely, as they needed to do. Going down 7-2 in the map 1 doesn't feel great as a start, but rebounding now here, map 2. Went ahead and got 2 offensive victories in a row. Look like they're, like you said, they're warmed up. They're ready to rock.
Especially, I feel like it's a double-edged sword of Mall, because Mall is somewhat of a non-traditional map still, I would say, for picks by teams. So to see Mall be played a 7-2, I don't want to judge the ZER0 team too harshly now that we're on Ship. Especially now with their economy. You can see full rifles coming out. That save round now coming out from Aero. Also, full buy from them. Dusty, his economy down in the dirt. Cobson using a Cadillo still. BLW trying to toss the EMP to his teammates, instead loses it down to the lower deck. Gonna have to go grab it. ZER0 pushing in on top floor, possibly gonna go for a hatch drop.
Very pivotal play right now for this Aero team with that economy. As Cutskills gets the kill on to give me a gunfight. And then JP taking out Cutskills. 1-for-1 trade right now. Hatch is blown, dropped. They're moving quickly in with impunity on A site.
Pushing in on their own, pushing on their own bathroom. I adapt 3K with an Incen, almost a 4K. 4K from I adapt is crazy.
Definitely just barreled right in off the hatch drop, right into A site, and he put his gun skill to work. 4 kills. Beautifully done from the defense, and I feel like they needed that for sure. Their economy would have been really hurting going into this round 5 had that not taken place. Beautiful work from IDAP, putting the team on his back, getting the kills, getting the job done.
Well done. Now 2 trips coming out from Trick on the back hall. Oh, seems like he's going to be moving them out. Meanwhile, looks like probably a bit of a non-standard offensive push from the ZER0 side. One going upstairs to block off maybe someone trying to do a lean peek. Trick adjusting where his trips are to hopefully catch these players off guard. Give me a gunfight. Holding on to EMP on the wall break. Very split push from ZER0 so far, heading in on the back hallway and converging from workshop.
For sure, employing their strategy now. Kind of got punched in the mouth there a little bit in that last round. Maybe switching up the tempo a little bit.
Very split up. Drone from JP. Give me a gunfight. Actually on rappel, trying to catch any players, trying to do a bit of a cheeky peek. Splunge heading down the stairs. May flank out Cobson if he's not careful, or may get caught by surprise either way. Cutskill's watching it. Unfortunate door blocker down for Splunge. Unfortunately, can't quite get anything down. He does have Cloak, but Cutskills is going to hear him uncloak. May go for a bit of an opportunistic push. Cutskills pushing through. Doesn't get the kill off. That's really unfortunate as Splunge pushes through. Cobson wants to watch it. Gets split up. Takes out BLW. Nade goes down. So Coach can't get quite the kill off. Kill from JP onto Trick. Dusty holding off the back hall. These players on ZER0 wanting to push through, capitalize on their numbers advantage. 4v2. Dusty stuck on the back hall. So is Cobson. They could push straight into point, but ZER0 doesn't know it, hoping to watch their own flank.
For sure, Cobson still watching flank. Only one player, Dusty, left on A side as they're now making their move. Dusty taken out by Noisy Parrot. And it's all down to Cobson on a flank as EMP is now getting stuck. Splunge watching head peek angle.
Making some noise on the back hall and engine. I think the important play for ZER0 is to not get too aggressive. They have numbers advantage. If they push him man on man, it might not end well. Cobson, very, very cautious, trying to watch his own back. Meanwhile, it seems like Noisy Parrot's a bit hungry for the kill. Nearly gets the kill off on Cobson. Cobson's heading off to save. Probably a good idea. Gonna secure this round for ZER0.
Definitely Cobson very content with conceding the round, saving himself a rifle and a stim for his team to go into the next round. Smart play from him, as there's not a lot of hope going up against this 4 stack with the EMP already planted and ticking down.
Now, looking at our KDs so far, we've got our front runners in JP and I Adapt. However, another front runner, Noisy Parrot, looks like ZER0's really coming into their own on the ship map on offense. Now on our switch round, an Huracan coming out from Give Me a Gunfight until he gets given a Marui, it seems. Full Marui buy from the ZER0 side. Meanwhile, a bit lacking in funds on the Aero side, but we do have some rifles coming out. Not a lot of util, maybe some defensive proxes, but not a lot of trip mines, not a lot of C4s. Obviously, since the C4 nerf, we haven't seen C4s often used offensively, which I feel like was a very good play from Triangle Factory to stop that from happening. Regardless,
For sure, I'm really appreciating of the C4 nerf. Those C4 kills were just getting ridiculous. They were so well placed. People were getting very good with the C4s, getting kills off wall blows. It's good to see a nerf happen.
Yeah, I don't blame the players, obviously, you know, but I don't blame players for getting good at it. I do blame Triangle Factory, but they got it done. They got a good nerf going. Now heading on to our round switch. ZER0 going for a bit of an aggressive navigation push as per usual. I Adapt covering it, holding on to some util, takes out one, trying to get a kill off. Foam on the windowsill. Splunge gets taken out on the push, but still navigation is now held by ZER0. Nade deep into sight, nearly taking out Cobson. Doesn't quite hold a push. iAdapt pushing back towards point, maybe trying to get an outside hold. JP just watching the door for him in case someone tries to go for a very quick push with his cloak.
5v4 right now. This offense, any foam on the wall, A side, they have all the space. They just gotta go ahead and time their push inside. But they got three bodies in sight, ready to contest.
Thompson gets a nade thrown at him, gets taken out. JP takes out one. Dusty taking out another. 2v2. BLW down some health. Trying to take out Trick possibly. Trick almost nades himself in Khan. Does get the nade out. Cutskills and Trick stuck inside Khan. Can't quite get any kills off, but Give Me a Gunfight does not have EMP. The Gunfight getting very aggressive on Khan. Cutskills takes out one. Give Me a Gunfight tries to get the 2K, but the refrag from Trick secures the round, bringing us to a 3-3 on Switch.
They got aggressive there. The offensive players, the last two left alive, they had sight. They had EMP on the floor. And it was in a very plantable spot. Very curious that they went for the kills. Maybe adrenaline took over, not sure, but they had an opportunity to get the plant off and go ahead and make a post-plant situation happen. But was not in their mindset at the time. And now we sit 3-3, even apiece at round flip.
Looks like we do have a pretty aggressive buy from BLW and Splunge, both taking off some Tauruses, but we have seen that from them a good few times. Meanwhile, more traditional buy on Aero, mostly Spectrals. One Cyclone from iAdapt. He's been putting in work with it, though, so I don't blame him. Giving some flashes in hand. JP currently sitting at 8 kills, 8 and 3, almost a, I believe, almost a 2.5 KD. Cobson repelling up. Looks like possibly a split push, but possibly just a straight up push onto not betting. I don't remember what this is. Whatever this is called. Birthing, thank you. iAdapt. Trying to push through. Trips on the birthing door. Good thing iAdapt did not try to swing.
3-3 right now. If Aero can go ahead and put themselves a successful offense in this map, they will go ahead and take the win for the series. But right now, ZER0 looking to stop that from happening. Try to push this in to a map 3.
Very contested medical push, as it usually is. JP inside birthing, doesn't get flashed out. Trips, pick what iAdapt. That's an important kill. Taking down good player on the ZER0 side. Now medical getting pushed out with Splunge, nearly getting some wall bangs off. BLW in the medical with Splunge, just watching each other's cross angle. No flanks so far. Cobson and Trick wanting to push into medical. They don't know what util is happening. They don't know what is happening inside medical with no drone. They can't quite get any information. Dusty holding on to EMP with the rappel. Splunge hears the rappel onto the window. Cobson wants to climb in. Trick's inside. Hopefully they check their corner as they push through. Trick does not check his corner. They don't know Splunge is on the left. Cobson takes out one. Gets taken out by BLW. BLW pushing through. Trying to take out Cutskills. 1v3 for Cutskills. Only having a smoke. Goes for a bit of a jiggle peek. Takes out one. Takes out two.
Ooh.
Low on health. Smokes himself out. Nearly gets taken out, but Give Me a Gunfight gets pushed out. Doesn't reload. What a clutch from Cutskills.
For sure, 3 bodies were left standing for him to have to deal with. And he gets the first kill. And then the Taurus, a lot of whiff shots from the second player with the Taurus who went down. And then it was a 1v1 situation. The Cutskills aim just prevailing for him there at the end. Beautiful 3K. We've seen a lot of good clutches so far in this matchup.
It's interesting to me, Give Me a Gunfight clearly did not expect the push. He didn't even, I don't think he even reloaded when he was pushed in medical. He thought they were going to slow the play down, but Cutskills committed to the push and got it off even with his low health. Now, ZER0 down some economy, but not down and out just yet, obviously. Especially being on defense, they can get some good saves and they have some SMGs going. Cobson holding on to the Cadillo, but losing all of his money as a result.
Little bit of a risky buy, round 2, to go ahead and put yourself at net 0. But right now, they got to be feeling confident. They've got themselves a very good win on the back of Cutskills. Foam now going on the wall on A.
Split push onto red. Dusty droning in on red. JP wanting to go for some util. Nade drops out. I don't know if he primed that nade. JP almost gets taken out. Cutskills is inside B point. very tricky push. Doesn't have... Oh my gosh, there was a 3K on the other side. Now it is a 2v4 with Cuskills at 4 health. This push has suddenly turned right around.
For sure, 3 bodies dropping on the other side is devastating. Cuskills walked in with impunity and just took B, but was the only one to do so, while his teammates were dying on the other side, and Dusty still outside. This offense has really got shut down because of that 3K.
EMP's down, but luckily it's down outside so they can grab it. Is it? Yeah, it is down outside. They could just grab it if they really wanted to. Cuskill's still low on HP, throws in a smoke, trying to help his teammate. Dusty not even grabbing EMP, even though it's outside. BLW back-to-back with Cuskills. Tries to take one out, goes for the push, doesn't quite get it down, and that is an evened up from ZER0. And I would say a very good economy on the way for ZER0, especially with Splunge grabbing the EMP at the end of that round. We're evening it up, but Aero's in a tough spot.
For sure, the tables definitely flip on that round, like you said. Economy going to now be in the favor of ZER0, as we're tied up 4-4 going into round 9. Both teams fighting tooth and nail right now, as even though this is match 2 of the league, early MMR jump is what these two teams are looking to play for.
Especially right now, it gets, depending on what you score, you get about 33 MMR. That's a lot to jump you up the leaderboard, or jump you down if you lose. So fighting for any spot they can, especially just some early cred. You've got now two Cadillos over on the ZER0 side. I'm surprised they aren't capitalizing on their lead more with a couple more, but trying to go for a little more of a save, especially since they're tied. Aero, again, going for an aggressive SMG buy. They need to get this round off, or their economy is going to be just down to the dumps for almost, I would say, the rest of the match.
Not just SMGs. I see even 2 pistols, including a Jesper in the hands of iAdapt.
iAdapt going to blow the wall. Heavily contested A point. Now fully holding navigation. Give me a gunfight. Looking to push out. Up on the wall. iAdapt still holding the foam. No one on stairs currently. Back hall held by BLW. Almost a whole A hold. Looks like nade goes out. Cobson does not get hit by it. Throwing a nade over to his team. Back hallway being held by BLW still. Pushing up through the smoke. Might get a kill on Cobson. Gets the kill up on Cobson. Gets refragged by Cuskills. But that's a good pick because that's EMP down as well as foam. This play from Aero is falling apart as they get killed by JP on back hall as well. Now blowing walls. Trick pushing up on the other wall. Doesn't know. Splunge is to his right. Splunge pushes out. Not even checking his corner, but... Oh, Trick missed all of his shots. Now Splunge gets taken out. Dusty on a 1v2, but JP's on the wrong point. One's in con. Dusty trying to go inside point, picking up a Cadillo. They think he's going to rotate, possibly. They're regrouping on the B point, not realizing that Dusty's inside, checking all of his corners. Noisy Parrot. Actually, JP and Noisy Parrot rotating on Dusty.
Yeah. Now they're rotating over.
And gets the kill off, not any hits, and that was an unfortunate... I feel like the really swung the tide of that round was unfortunately Trick not getting the kill off on Splunge. Splunge did not check his corner, but Splunge got the kill off with the Cadillo, and that did not give Trick a good opportunity to get a gun in their hands. Now ZER0 up around, full Cadillo by other than a Marui. Meanwhile, the economy is in shambles over on Aero.
Yeah, last round, I feel like that round was actually decided during the buy phase. Like you saw, those whiff shots from Trick were the culmination of him fielding a Spectral in that round. Wasn't able to get the job done, wasn't able to get the kill on the Splunge. And the round paid for it.
Now, using all of the economy possible, Aero, again, going for a Hail Mary buy. I'm wondering what their economy is going to look like next round. You can see, unless they win this round, I don't think they're even going to be able to buy mostly Cadillos. Or, I mean, they could buy Cadillos, but they're not going to be able to buy a lot of Maruis or Vezins. They're almost at $0 across the board. Meanwhile, ZER0 will be able to full buy, most likely, especially with Noisy Parrot holding on to over $3,000. Very split push from the Aero team, wanting to push in on the standards, going back to the basics. Cobson watching upstairs just in case someone tries to go for a bit of a cheeky walkout.
as we see another A push, kind of the common theme going for these teams right now. Just very meta pushes.
Taking out the static with the drone. Give me a gunfight. Stuck out inside Fabricator. We have Trick watching the drone push up from Dusty, trying to get any information they can. Maybe they'll see, give me a gunfight. The wall is open onto A using a C4. This gives some good sight lines for the defensive players. IDAP pushes up, takes out the immediate cover. Nade goes out on the back, can't quite get any kills, but does give some info. Splunge on the lean peak towards the back of the A point. Can't quite get any kills, but it does give some information for the offense. Trying to push up, numbers advantage on their side, but not the health as JP waits for the incend to run out so he can push up. Cutskill's trying to push through, Trick pushing into point. Cobson being the flank watch, Trick getting the EMP down with JP getting killed. Now it's just BLW inside point in a 1v3, holding it down for ZER0.
Yeah, just one player left alive, BLW. Now left to contest 3 fighters. And EMP is down. Exactly what the doctor called for Aero, as they now put him away and get the win.
And they save their economy. We'll see if Dusty and IADAPT can pick up any rifles, but they can at least get their hands on a few. Looks like they barely cannot, but one of their teammates can cover for them. Cutskills could sell his utility and buy Dusty or IADAPT some weaponry, but it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that. So only...
We'll go ahead and make the utility play happen. 5-5. Right now, these teams are just clawing at each other to get these wins. Very great matchup in this map.
12-7 from Cutskills, nearly a 2.0 KD this late in the map, doing very well for himself. Rest of his team doing pretty well overall. It's neither side really having anyone lacking behind. They just need to have a good navigation push, which it looks like that's going to be going for. I need to see some defensive utility from ZER0, but they don't have a lot of money to accomplish that. We've got a C4, we have some incends going out, but not much more. Just keep in mind, this is not before Switch, this is not before anything like that, so they need to keep some sort of economy to win this map.
BLW going to be able to contest navigation. One thing that we have not seen so far is contesting the space in navigation. They've been kind of free, let them just push up right on the site. As Hash now gets blown.
Splunge pairing up with BLW to watch Nav. Drone goes out. Might see BLW, might not. Splunge ready to get the refrag with that Viper. Takes out the drone. BLW wants to take out Trick. Trick none the wiser. Does foam the wall. Wall is foam. Nade goes out. Blocking off. Dusty's going to get some info from the nade. Hits BLW, but nade goes out in return. Nearly takes out Trick. BLW with one of ZER0's precious Maruis stuck outside a point.
It's going to go ahead and burn Dusty off his position, giving BLW the chance to take him out, and he does. As 2 players, Cobson and Cutskills, still on the opposite side door.
BLW nearly getting flashed out. IADAPT wants to take out BLW. He does. That's a Marui down. If they can pick it up on the Aero side, that would be a round changer. Foam goes over to Cutskills to blow the wall. No one on the back hallway blocking it off. IADAPT holding on to the Marui. Splunge itching to push out, but doesn't quite do it. Just goes for some blind fires. Nade goes out. Hurts these players a little as they back up into point, turtling in. 2 smokes going down on the back hallway with JP not even on it anymore. Cutskills pushing through, just covering their flank. A Splunge goes for the push, gets taken out by Cobson. Numbers advantage being held by Aero as they go for the plant. Noisy Parrot stuck in Khan. Takes out IADAPT. Now a 2v2. Cobson gets taken out. 1v2. Takes out Trick. Trick has a 1v1 with JP. EMP is not down. 30 seconds left on the clock. JP holding a good hold on Khan. Needs to get this round off.
A little bit of time just to see if he gets aggressive. But JP is being disciplined, holding that angle. Notices him, puts a few rounds on him. Trick has to make his way over towards that EMP now. Goes ahead and baits it. Doesn't matter. JP gets the headshot. Puts him away.
Well done. Unfortunately, it feels like Trick got a little impatient and pushed JP. If he had waited just a moment longer, you might have made him think he was sticking the plant, but, you know, in this case, pros do fake. Trying to push through. ZER0, 6 and 5. They have a bit, of leeway here. They can lose the round, so they're just going to go for a full buy, other than Splunge, who has to stick to a Cadillo. Meanwhile, Aero trying to claw this back with double Vezin. Rest of them just filling in with what they can. Cobson on his trusty Cadillo. But it doesn't look good for Aero economy-wise. ZER0 just needs to hold down these points. Looking at the points-wise, it seems that ZER0 will be, if they go to OT, will be able to pick their side as well, which is going to give them a good opportunity to possibly just pick defense again. They've been doing very well on the defense so far.
For sure, the ball's in their court. It's their game to lose at this point in time. They're looking to push this into map 3. If they can go ahead and get the win, they will go ahead and make that happen. But Aero looking to go ahead and put another win on the board, get this into overtime, so they can go ahead and try to win this match outright. C4 on the wall right now, going to contest that birthing angle. Splunge holding medical.
Splunge and BLW both seem to be back-to-back on medical. They've been holding this mostly every time. Aero not really changing up their strategy too much. They're trying to go for all reliable. Birthing, getting a nade thrown in. No hits so far. Splunge pushing up to box. Wants to get an opportune kill off, but with the Cadillo, it's not going to look very good for him. Nade goes out to cover cross angles. Splunge, ooh, that's an unfortunate incend going on top of the box, not taking out Splunge. Might give some bad info. Cutskills just going for some shots. Birthing being held very close to the chest by Aero. Hopefully they see these trips, however.
Ooh, IDAP getting the kill on BLW with Dustin, taking out JP. Gunfight, getting Trick. IDAP then taking out Give Me a Gunfight. Making this down to a 4v1. Noisy Parrot, the only one left on site.
Uncontested plant, and that is a 6-6. Oh, and Aero barely beating them out in points gets to choose their side.
Definitely a dominant round there is what made the difference. Only one player dying, Trick. Just giving them the edge to go ahead and make their pick happen. Very curious to see what they pick now. And, yep, they went ahead and grabbed defense.
We'll see how this turns out. Last time Aero was on defense, it ended with a 3-3 record, so I feel like it could go either way, a bit even on either side, but maybe with some warm-up on ship, Aero will get some good plays off. Bit of a fortuitous floor for both sides. Top floor has been very contested so far, and looks like we're going to get just the standard nav push, so we'll see whose holds are better on the angles. Obviously, some full buys going out on both sides. Vezins and Maruis galore, as well as some utility. Wall is going to be blown on back hallway to give a rotate into the back line of these offensive players if they choose to go for A side. But I want to see possibly a rotate straight into the B point off of that from the ZER0 players.
Most consequential round of this match is about to begin, as either Aero gets the win on defense, putting the win outright for their team, or ZER0 gets the victory, getting us a map 3, and JP gets the kill on the Trick off the wall. Boom, now on the wall. Ooh, BLW getting another kill on the IDAP, softening this defense already.
5v3, Cutskills trying to get a kill off. Dusty and Cutskills both almost getting taken out. Another kill down. That's a 4v2. It's going to take a miracle for Aero to get these kills off, especially now that it's a 1v4, and that's a very quick kill for ZER0, bringing us to the end of our second map, getting ready for our third.
Two dominant showings from this ZER0 team are going to put us into map 3. What a match so far.
Well done to both teams. We'll be back with map 3 shortly. We'll see you all on whatever our third map ends up being. Welcome back, everyone, to the Aero versus Zero matchup. Currently on our third map of the set, Hideout.
For sure, Hideout, old reliable. When in doubt, hide it out. These teams definitely are familiar with this map, as is the entire Breachers community. I think there was one season of Ranked where this was the only map that really got played, as far as I can remember.
I hate Hideout. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's
I hate it with a passion.
it's honestly, Hideout's not even the worst map. It's shit. It's picked every time I play the game. Anytime you're in comp, anytime you're in pubs, you see Hideout, it's getting voted for. It's rough. But that does mean that teams have a lot of practice on it, which does lead to some pretty good matches usually. Holding on to the garage, ZER0 has a good defense going currently with a lot of statics blocking off any pushes. Drone gets taken down, giving a gunfight. Holding onto the garage with a drone, possibly taking out, giving a gunfight, but they just take out the static.
3 bodies in garage. One player on that far long angle now gets identified by Splunge. As this defense.
Splunge going for a bit of a long angle hold using a Cyclone. That's a bit bold, especially with his limited ammo
I just noticed
pool.
that as well.
You're going to have, I mean, the Cyclone does about a Jesper's damage, especially at that range. It's not going to work out very well for you. Regardless, PLW holding onto the boxes. Nade comes through. Dusty pushes through. Give me a gunfight. Gets a good pick off. That's an early push taken out on Garage as PLW gets one more kill. Now a 2v3. Splunge trying to go for a cheeky incend. Doesn't quite get it off. Split push as Splunge trying to capitalize off of the pushes. Cobson and Cutskills both at full HP. Still salvageable, especially holding onto a smoke. Rotate from the ZER0 team. Holding onto the A point. Trying to anticipate the moves of ZER0. Sorry, of Aero.
EMP is still available for pickup on the backside of that van. Custils and Cobson going to need to go ahead and grab themselves a foam off the body as well. As this defense now retreats back to site, willing to just let them come to them, make them do the work.
Now Garage is held by the Aero side, trying to get some good info down. 40 seconds left on the clock, a good position for ZER0 to be in, especially JP holding the A site, and we have Rotate from Noisy Parrot just holding it down. Unfortunately, not a lot of options for the Aero side, now pushing into Garage. Blowing the wall, if they take Splunge out quickly, could work out for them. They know Splunge is behind the counter. Noisy Parrot pushes in. Smoke goes down, blocking out Splunge's sight lines. Gets taken out. Noisy Parrot behind bomb, trying to get a refrag. What a shot from JP! And literally 1 HP on Noisy Parrot to clutch out the round.
Beautiful shot from JP there with that Taurus at the end, shutting down that late push that Aero was forced to make with the clock winding down. It's going to go ahead and net ZER0. 1 round win to start.
Good pullback from ZER0, especially starting on defense. They've got a pretty good set of options going for them. Looks like a good amount of SMGs being bought on both sides, but pistol save possibly happening from a couple players on Aero. Still a Taurus in the hands of JP. Did get good use out of it last round. 2K on both sides, one from Noisy Parrot, one from iAdapt. Couldn't quite pick it up for Aero, however, with that early death on the Garage. Looks like we have just these players forming up for a standard top floor push, but 3 players on hatch. Looks like a drone from Dusty will most likely go down, their resident droner, onto the bedroom and subsequently the B point. Possibly a B push from the balcony.
For sure. Kind of a meta kind of play going right now. They're going to go ahead and make their way towards A side.
Hatch is
JP
open.
right under the hatch.
Bit of a bold move from JP right in the way of the utility, but is going to give him some good information. We've got some drops going down from iAdapt. Now inside, he knows this initial A push is clear even without a drone. JP might get caught out by surprise if iAdapt checks the box. Throws the foam down. They actually have no idea JP is there. He's staying very silent. Cobson not checking it. Drone didn't see it either. iAdapt pushes over, nearly gets killed by JP, but JP wisely pushes back towards point before he gets killed from hatch. Good wallbangs coming off.
Just peppered up.
Good wall banks coming off. Taking out one. I adapt, nearly getting taken out. While he's foaming up the wall, he's kind of stuck currently. A good A-hold by the ZER0 players. No HP down. JP still watching the hatch. Doesn't know there's no one watching it.
Grenade now going to go out.
What a
nade! Get a kill onto Noisy.
Return nade goes down. Unfortunately, goes a bit
Oh,
wrong
no,
onto the
bad
bookshelf.
instant.
ZER0 trying to hold on to the A site, throws out a lot of utility. The Aero push has stalled a little bit with the hold from the ZER0 side. A is very contested. Still numbers advantage on the Aero side, but they need to get a foothold in point. Cobson could try to get in plant. Passes it over to Cutskills. No utility on the side of ZER0, so they can't nade it out other than that C4, but Cutskills has no idea. Gets killed, standing on a static. Now Cobson inside. Nade goes down, trying to get the flank off, but JP's most likely going to get killed on flank. Doesn't get killed. Pushing up on the back line towards I adapt.
3v2 right now. JP getting taken out by Trick as he was holding on the box. Now making one player left alive. BLW with a Taurus in hand and a prayer. Gonna need to hit 3 headshots to go ahead and give his team the round win. Or we're gonna go ahead and see the first win on the board for Aero.
Maybe they'll be polite and line up for him, you know? Apparently not.
Oh no. No, Cops is gonna pop up, hit him in the head a few times, forcing him to react. And put him away. 1-1 to start. Hideout.
3-1 from Trick. 3.0 KD holding it so far. Cutskills, unfortunately, along with BLW, not quite getting a kill off just yet, but that'll probably turn around by the end of the match. Obviously, some SMGs coming out from Aero off the back of their improved economy. I approve especially of this save because this will set them up for almost the rest of the next 2 rounds to get rifles to really hold it down. Meanwhile, trying to recover the economy on ZER0 after that round loss. They do have SMGs. They have a Cadillo from BLW. Bottom floor, B push is going to be a bit of a deciding factor who controls storage. Usually, storage and garage are really your deciding factors on this floor. With Splunge heading up towards, it looks like hatch, possibly garage hold, we're going to need some really good drones from Dusty, as well as the other droner, in order to figure out, is there someone watching our garage?
Definitely Splunge up there lurking around. As Custio's gonna go ahead and hit the wall or the door.
Splunge going
Wall
for it.
is
Doesn't try to
gone.
get hits. Trying to get away before iAdapt sees him. Bit of wasted util from iAdapt. Trying to get the kill. Can't quite get it. Splunge wisely pulling all the way back to point. Storage is going to be contested with Give Me a Gunfight stuck outside of point.
One defender way up top still. Splunge running out looking to see any picks he can get to soften up this offense. 2 players on Waterfall region ready to contest storage. One inside. Give Me a Gunfight. As now Dusty and Cutskills moving downstairs with Trick. We're going to go ahead and see some action happen real quick in this storage area.
Give Me a Gunfight. Still stuck behind table. I'm surprised to see no utility coming out to try to flush someone out. Static is going to save him by a little bit. iAdapt looking to come down the stairs. JP just ego peeking a little bit. Now pushing back towards storage. Looks like Trick is going to be pushing in. Give Me a Gunfight. Going for some blind fires. Get some good shots off with iAdapt getting the refrag. Quick shots going down through the wall. Cobson almost getting killed. 3v3 health advantage held by the ZER0 side. EMP picked back up by Cobson, looking to even up health advantage. But gun advantage definitely held by the ZER0 side as well as point. Could spell disaster for Aero if they can't get the plant off.
For sure, they're kind of stalling right now. Trying to debate their next move. They have 55 seconds to work with and 1 player still up on the hatch. EMP now abandoned by Cobson.
Cobson just watching the back hall, wasting valuable time, but not really wasting, I suppose, because of the lack of time they have. EMP gets thrown across. Someone needs to start the plant, and Cutskills needs to get off the hatch. 30 seconds on the clock. Storage drops. EMP still abandoned.
With 25 seconds left, they got to get it up. They got to get it planted on that little gym wall thing there.
Dusty
Looks
goes
like
for
they're
the
not gonna worry
push.
about it. They're gonna get killed.
One down. Holding the box. 2 down. BLW down as well. And that is a clutch for Aero. Not even needing the EMP, but a bit down to the wire, Yautja.
For sure. Timed it just perfectly. Had the player going over towards Jim's side wall, opening up another angle once he got the kill. And then the other two just came in, put their gun skill to work, and got the round win. Aero. Now 2 wins to begin. And I kind of feel like Hideout's an offensive sided map. I feel like that's generally the general consensus across the community. So they're going to want to go ahead and stack these wins on offense.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate round that ZER0 won before, but I think Aero has now hit their stride. You can see their economy in full swing. $5,500 basically in Dusty's hands. That's almost 2 rifle buys that he has, and he's going to be, looks like, saving 1 more round to give himself a rifle from now until the round switch. Meanwhile, ZER0 going for a Hail Mary. You can see their economy's not looking good, but they can swing it back, because if they lose this next round, sure, they'll be down 1-3, but their economy is going to be so good from their loser's bonus.
And only 2 pieces of util to work with, an instant and a grenade. They're going to have to rely on their guns, though, so they went out and bought to go ahead and put Aero away.
Give me a gunfight, taking out the drone, hoping to take out anyone in garage. Being supported. Nade down! Perfect nade! Taking out nearly both players. Cobson barely getting out of it scot-free. BLW on the other side of the van is going to take out Cobson if he peeks around, but he doesn't quite. Takes out one. BLW taking out the other. iAdapt throwing in an instant. BLW wants to push out, take out iAdapt as well. Gets it down. That's a 4K, I believe, for BLW. Trying to go for the 5th cut skills. Cut skills, trying to push out, has an RCP. Tries to take out BLW. BLW does get taken out. Cut skills now on a 1v3, trying to push through, but a bot on the side of Aero is going to be unfortunate. Backdrop, takes down 1. Aero, cut skills, has no stim, no nothing, and against 2 Maruis, walks into his own Insen.
Theo at his feet, and the EMP goes ahead and grabs a Marui off the table. Well, attempting to. He's struggling. And now he's going to go ahead and get a stim as well. He's stimmed up. EMP, Marui in hand. All he's missing is a cloak to have a perfect setup for this 2v1 situation.
Have you noticed that he's left-handed?
Is he really? Oh, look at that.
You don't see that a lot. Let's see. I'm surprised to see no... I mean, I'm not really surprised to see no save, especially with your economy being this good. Rotate being called by, I suppose, himself. Door blocker goes down. 2 players, none the wiser until Noisy pushes in. Oh, he flashes himself. That's very unfortunate, and gets taken out. Gets taken out. That's rough.
I mean, he had the economy to work with at the beginning of the round to go ahead and make something try to happen, and he did just that. But like you said, flashed himself. Not going to help you as you're pushing into sight.
Quite unfortunate. Heading on to round 5, evened up. You can see Aero's economy is good enough. They can go for a full buy regardless, even though they lost the last round. But ZER0 can reply in kind, other than JP, who went a little aggressive last time. Aero might pull this out, possibly getting a 4-2 lead, but ZER0 doing very well to go 2-2 so far on Hideout. We're seeing them hit their stride after a very unfortunate map 1.
Yeah, just like map 2, these 2 teams are going back and forth, putting everything they have on the line. And we're seeing that result culminate now with it being even on the scoreboard. Very, very exciting matchup. Both of these teams are hitting their stride. They're feeling confident. And we're seeing that come into fruition in their play.
Hatch being called. Looks like we have foam going down. Dusty probably going to be holding the hatch. Looks like we do have a drop from iAdapt fully down. Maybe lost some util. Splunge wanting to do a run out possibly with... looks like we have a mid-round switch. Ruatonim coming in instead of Dusty. Give me a gunfight. Holding down A. Looks like a quick A push might be coming down. I hope that they see these trips. iAdapt looks to be pushing up. Does not know the trips are there, but does thankfully dodge them out. Cobson grabbing EMP off roof. Tossing it over to his teammate. Bit of a contested hold on Hatch, but JP gets pushed back into point by some pre-fires.
Curious swap out for this Aero team as with Dusty. Maybe having some problems. Cuskill's getting the kill and Spludge on door as he pushed out Ensign. Gonna go ahead and slow down this offensive push. 2 players on A site for the defense.
A being held pretty hard, but last time we were on this point, they did lose it because of getting picked off 1 by 1. I adapt, holding the hatch. They do see the door blocker and static combination on B. They know they can't push it immediately. EMP being tossed over to cut skills, but this time Zero does have utility to block out the plant, so it's not going to be as easy as last time. Cut skills does not have EMP just yet. Give me a gunfight. Knows EMP, I believe, is over on the A side door. Not a good situation to be in, especially if you're trying to push as an offensive player. 50 seconds left on the clock, 5v4. Trying to get a hold onto the A point, but can't quite do it. Now a full team hold on the A side.
For sure, 5 players still left alive for the offense with 37 seconds left. They got to start to look to make something happen now. As IDAPT foaming up the opposite side, we're going to see a rotate.
B-side push. Oh! Gets the hold. Now it's just a 1v5. A flawless win turnaround for Aero. Getting to keep all of their money. They made out like bandits with that round.
Definitely great coordination from this Aero team as they understood they had 35 seconds left. Made the call to go ahead and rotate and executed it to perfection.
Now, almost across the board, we've got some kills going. Rutonum obviously coming in late on the Aero side. Doesn't have as good of a showing as the others, but 5, 3, 3, 2, and 2 on the Zero side. Everyone's putting in their equal share. Now on bottom floor switch round, we see a full buy on the Aero side.
Yeah, they're going to want to go ahead and use this advantage right now. You do not want to go 3-3 going onto defense on this map. You want to have that 4 win on the board just to give yourself some cushion, as you know that this Zero team is going to bring some heat on the offensive side. And as we look now, 3 players up towards the garage area. Trick gonna go ahead and foam the wall. Cut skills contesting that door right away in storage, while a drone is gonna go ahead and check and make sure anyone upstairs, no one will be there. Space available in the upper hatch region.
We've got top floor being droned out by the Aero side. Looks like garage not being held. Ugh.
Yeah, Trick still contesting. Throwing in the grenade. Gonna go ahead and break that static. Maybe a gunfight lingering in storage area. 2 players on hatch. I adapt with the EMP and Cobson right there with them. Ready to make a drop happen.
Back on storage by Aero, trying to push in. Give me a gunfight, holding it down for his team on Zero. Bit of a soft buy from Zero. They didn't have much economy to work with. Give me a gunfight. Try and take out the drone. Getting flashed out. Can't quite get it down.
Yeah, that drone will identify the zone. Noisy Parrot taking out Cobson on the staircase. Now on Waterfall. Ooh, Trick gonna get a kill on Noisy Parrot, but Iadapt also taking out Give Me a Gunfight as they barreled in on the hatch. Foam now going on the wall. BLW taking out Cut Skills on the blown wall with the help of an instant. Then Splunge takes out Root and Tonin. And Iadapt getting a headshot on BLW. We are now sitting at 2v2 with the EMP still in the hands of Iadapt.
Iadapt may try to push back to A. Looks like an A rotate is being called. Trick playing distraction over on the B side. Iadapt uncontested, going for the plant. Looks like we have JP rotating around the back. Splunge going through Con, possibly. Does not prime the smoke, unfortunately. Now smokes off Con. Iadapt holding on to the point. JP is going to come down the stairs behind him, most likely, but he's going to get caught out by Splunge if he's not careful.
Iadapt cloaked up. Ooh, rounds hitting Trick as Splunge saw him. And then JP is going to get the kill on the Iadapt as he comes down the stairs. JP getting a 2K as he closes out the cellar area, allowing Splunge to go ahead and defuse the EMP. We're going to see 3-3 on the board for Zero to go ahead and make their offense happen. These next few rounds, ladies and gentlemen, everything is on the line as we're tied up a piece in map 3.
Getting a bit of deja vu.
So far. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, getting a bit of deja vu here for these teams. 3-3 again. Close matchup so far.
And you love to see it here at week 1 of the inaugural season of VDL. We've had some awesome matchups casted so far. Only one prior, but it was a great showing between those two teams. And now we got another one on our hands here.
Now, looks like a standard garage hold on the Aero side. A lot of defensive utility going down. Meanwhile, looks like, oh my goodness, look how many Cyclones are on the Zero side. 3 Cyclones coming out, 2 Spectrals, 2 Incens, no foam, no nothing. Maybe some smokes, but that's about it.
Very
there's the
curious on the
foam.
decision to sub out Dusty. He's been in map 1 and 2. Unfortunately, they can't have him here now.
Sounds like his headset died, unfortunately. Pushing through. Going to be a very quick death from some of these Zero players on Garage. Cobson getting caught out as well. BLW trying to get some kills. Can't quite do it. Smokes out to take out that Incen, but a nade will take out JP. Now a 3v2. Good situation to be in. Or was until Cutskills took out Plunge. Now health advantage belongs to the Aero players. BLW looking to capitalize off of the confusion. Pushes into B. Incen goes onto the table. Trick nearly getting taken out by an Incen. Pushes up. Tries to get the kill behind Bomb. Very low. Gets some good cover. BLW needs to take out Cutskills. But
The pistol work of Cutskills has been on point this whole match so far, as he went and got the kill at the end there to give Aero the win on defense.
Well done.
Beautiful work.
Well done from Aero, especially after losing those last few rounds and going 3-3 on Hideout to bring it back. Now with the Cadillo in the hands of Cobson. Well done.
Without a doubt. Uphill battle now slightly for this Zero team. But they're on offense. They're on the preferred side of this map. They can go ahead and try to put some wins together, but excellent work from Aero. Getting their first pistol win. Great showing so far. I got a feeling this one is going to come down to the wire as well. Just with how these teams have been playing each other, how close these rounds are.
And you can tell how much work Aero is putting in, even though they're only up 4-3. They're up nearly 1,500 points over 1,500 score over the Zero side, especially with a player who dropped. That is a large differential if they do go to overtime.
The roster swap out for Dusty is not paying off. Still yet to get a kill. Rudertonen yet to put in work for his team. Gonna need to do so now, as this offense has got to get working.
Looks like a storage hold from iAdapt. Hatch gets blown. BLW is inside with a cloak. Might get caught out. Ruatonem going to die to an Incen from JP. Doesn't even try to escape it. JP inside, holding the B point. About to go for the plant. A very quick push from the Zero side, trying to secure it. Nate does not take out JP because of the block. Trick in the back of the point. Now storage being held. 2v3. But EMP is down. This is a tricky situation, especially as Trick gets some headshots done on him. 1v3 up on the box. Trying to get any shots he can, and blind fired by JP to win 0 the round.
For sure, just stuck his gun around the corner and shot a prayer, but it worked out for him as he was right there. And that once more ties it up 4-4. Like I said, just going to go back and forth between these two teams.
The economy on both sides not looking great. You can see not a single Marui or Veza now. We got a lot of Cadillos and some SMGs, but that's about it. We do have a lot of utility coming out, obviously, trying to out-util the other team, but both sides somewhat cautious. Very contested map on Hideout.
For sure, what we're seeing is that classic heavyweight bout right now. All the punches are being thrown, and we're seeing the exhaustion in the form of the economy for these teams. These teams are going for broke. They want to get this win. They are close on map 3. And I'd love to just be a fly on the wall of each team to hear what they're saying to each other at this point in time. That'd be nice.
I would imagine they're not happy. Let's see. BLW on the window. Might go for a bit of a cheeky pre-nade from Splunge, trying to take out Trick. Nade goes up and in. Would have taken out Trick if he wasn't in con, but Splunge takes out iAdapt still. He's trying to peek on the bottom floor. That's a very important kill. Going for another nade. Cobson trying to go for a bit of a peek on the window, but doesn't quite get anything off. Just walking outside, just looking. Give me a gunfight on the A side. Looks like an A hold from the Aero players, but being down iAdapt immediately is very unfortunate.
Yeah, not going to help out this defense at all. As they're now softened up and they got the wall foam ready to go. They have space taken on this balcony. But the defense still has a lot of utility to work with to go ahead and stop this plant. Oh, you're right. Look at this.
B push going off. Cutskills is on the back, but JP's fully in point. Cutskills going to get incend off. He's going to die to the incend. Rotate through con, but it's a little bit late as Give Me a Gunfight goes for the plant. Who was watching their back line?
Running through the incend.
Who was watching their back line? 5v2. Ruatonim trying to come through with Cobson, trying to get some refrags. Cobson trying to get some shots off, but blocked off by the incend. Now getting blanked out as well. BLW ready to get the peek off. Takes out Cobson. Just Ruatonim. Needs to get something off, but it looks like he's going for the save with a Viper. Interesting.
A very curious choice at this point in the match that he would try to save a Viper.
I mean, I guess what else are you going to do? But at the same time, you got to try to get probably one kill off. You want to stop their economy, especially now that they are hunting you.
Disrupt the economy.
They are hunting you.
They're right on him.
Here comes BLW.
Oh,
and that's
so
a flawless.
Still wasn't able to get the kill.
That is a full flawless from the ZER0 side. Shooting some bodies, showing their excitement, especially now that they are up 5-4. And economy-wise, very up. You can see on the ZER0 side, getting some Maruis, 3 Maruis, 1 Cadillo. Noisy Parrot could buy as well. Meanwhile, in shambles on the Aero side, just a Cadillo and a Vezin, along with some RCPs.
I know I keep bringing it up, but I have to understand the circumstance where Dusty left in the middle of the match.
Again, I believe his headset died.
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah,
Make
at
sure
least
those
that's what
battery packs are charged, people.
That's what
Your
chat
team
was
is
saying, at
definitely
least.
gonna need you.
Yeah, looking at chat, they were saying his headset died. So that might be right, that might be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised, because it seems like, unfortunately, Ruatonim seems to have come in pretty cold, which is not paying off, being against a very warmed-up team over on ZER0. Looks like a bottom floor push, but a double garage hold from Cobson and iAdapt might turn it around for Aero if they get lucky. Nade gonna be coming out most likely. No quick push. iAdapt does get seen, but he's not pushing back. Does get flashed out as well. They want to capitalize off it. Splunge watching. Doesn't check his corner.
Oh, no.
iAdapt nearly... Oh, iAdapt missed a few shots, but does get the kill, thankfully. Health advantage belongs to Aero. Thanks to iAdapt.
Yeah, that flash definitely let him know that iAdapt was up there. Splunge checking every corner he could, but Breacher's timing is a thing. And despite that the rounds were whiffed to begin with, he was able to get the kills. And Cutskill now getting the kill onto Parrot as he was peeking out the garage. They're now pushing into wall.
JP nearly getting taken out by a nade. Throws an incend into storage to block off these players from pushing. JP's inside, but he's bloodthirsty. He's going through, trying to get any kills he can. He has EMP. He could plant with the time they have. Planting now. 1v2. Cobson needs to get some kills off. Gets one. 1v1. JP using the bomb as cover. Gets taken out by Cobson. Clutching it for Aero. I'm surprised, to be honest, Yacho, we haven't seen any spring mines on the EMP.
You're absolutely right. We have not seen that take place yet. But beautiful work from Cobson there, getting a 2K. He was left all alive in the storage area while sight was completely taken. He got the first kill, and what I think helped him there is the noise of that EMP. Where it got stuck gave him the directional cue of where he needed to put his gun, and he ended up getting the kill off of it, clearing the clutch, and tying it up to 5-5 now. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say we're probably going to go to a 6-6.
I wouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, the economy over on Aero is pretty much matching up with ZER0. But I have to say, ZER0 has had pretty good gun skill this whole time. I'm not sure about Aero. Those 3 Cadillos. 3 Cadillos now. No, we're going straight now to Vezins and Maruis. They're a bit indecisive on the Aero side. They're going very down. Oh, and Cobson seems to have lost a grenade inside the hallway by B, unfortunately. He's waiting for it to roll to him very slowly. There, he got it.
He's got it. He's got it. All right.
Trips.
Go ahead and test garage now.
Nade goes
that will
down.
break the trip and the static.
BLW upstairs. Ooh, drone hiding beneath the car. Does not take out Ruotonum. I think he got lucky because of the wiring. I feel like that should have killed him. Doesn't quite. Nade goes out trying to take out Ruotonum. Ruotonum moving up. Gets taken out from the side by Noisy Parrot from some good flank watch. Cobson nearly getting killed with the smoke, but doesn't quite. Now Garage Hole being taken by Give Me a Gunfight. Cobson inside the smoke. I Adapt inside the smoke as well. Give Me a Gunfight gets taken out. Splunge takes out one. I Adapt still unseen in Garage. Takes out another. 3v2. Nearly gets taken out by BLW. Takes out Noisy Parrot. 1v3. A quick turnaround. BLW blows hatch but has no EMP.
For sure, he's going to have to use his gun still to get these kills. His EMP is identified. Look at the ping for this defense. I Adapt absolutely cooking this round.
14 and 8 from BLW. Could still clutch it out, but it's not looking good, especially with a Gadeo. He needs 3 well-placed, quick headshots to get this round off. And the wall's not blown. Even worse. He's now rotating back around. This is not looking good. Double door blocked. Oh, no. Where's he going?
I think he's going to go
He's just going to save, I think.
Yeah, he no foam on him, so he's not going to make any kind of hatch play.
Oh, he might get met upstairs. Here he goes. Doesn't have his gun up. Cut skills takes out BLW. Aero up 6 and 5. We'll see if they can clutch it out to get the 7-5 victory.
Great defensive showing for Aero so far. Able to keep it very contested on the offensive side of the map. And now, taking a look at these buys, pretty even across the board. ZER0 going to need to put one on the board to keep their chances alive. This is the game for Aero if they can go ahead and take a win on upper floor.
Now, looking at, we have 14 and 9 from BLW, putting out a good showing. JP 10 and 7, but 11 and 9 and 11 and 8 from iAdapt and Cut Skills, really putting in the work. But I think our clutch mostly has been Cobson, right? He's been getting some great clutches, especially with that Cadillo on some good rounds. We'll see if he can get it out again. Maybe claim the 7-5 for Aero. We see a Viper on JP, 0 money almost across the board for that side. Meanwhile, we actually see the new rifle on Ruotonum.
Oh, really?
We'll see if he can get some good use out of it. He didn't have enough to get a Marui or a Vezin, so it's a good secondary buy. Cobson immediately takes out BLW.
Right away. That's going to help out this defense immensely. And I want to see Ruotonum put that rifle to work. I don't need to see someone get a kill with it finally.
Now, looking to get some wall bangs off on A. Already down some numbers, especially down their top frag in BLW. It's going to be an uphill battle for ZER0. Trying to get the push off onto the wall. Wall is foamed. No B push this time. They're not even messing with it. P4 goes down. Splunge sees this life flash before his eyes, but it doesn't quite go off in time. Splunge inside point. Watching the shower. Again, C4 gets taken out. Cobson maybe wanting to go for some util. Looks like just a straight up push. Splunge could plan. He has the EMP next to him, but they're waiting for some util to go out before starting the plan, it seems. Splunge gets extremely aggressive on point. Goes in. Frick takes out Give Me a Gunfight.
Oh, the rounds are right over his head.
Uh-oh. Not looking good now for the ZER0 side. Takes out one, but down a lot of health. No stim. Going for the plant again, but there's more util. Plants off. They just need to get out of the building, but they're getting flanked out. ZER0 getting taken out. Now just JP for the map. And that is just an EMP diffuse away from a win.
Yeah, Ruatonen got the kill with the rifle at the end. We saw it. And this is going to be a match victory for Aero.
Unless they really mess it up.
Round 1. Yeah.
No, there we go.
Bad time for a controller to die.
Well
And that
done.
will do it.
Aero taking it 7-2, 7-5. Well done on this match overall. It was good showing from both sides. Happy to see that these players are playing well in this league. Heading over to our casting desk. Looks like the webcam has turned off, but we can still talk about the match like this. Now,
For sure.
I think both sides played it very well. We had some unfortunate rounds, especially from Aero, but I think they clawed it back and, had some pretty good performance overall. That mid-map switch really gave them somewhat of a disadvantage, but they pulled it back.
Definitely able to go ahead and secure themselves a victory on defense. Maybe a tough ask to do on hideout. But like you said, map 1, Maul 7-2 ran away with it. Then tooth and nail fighting between the both teams on map 2 for ship, and then right here on hideout. They're able to stay strong, get the wins, get the kills that needed. Cuskills top fragging for his team at 11-8. Gobson then had a good showing as well at 10-8. Excellent work from both these teams. They're, like you said, very competitive atmosphere here at VDL in Season 1. Loving to see it.
Yeah, well done to both teams. Before we sign off for the night, I do want to give a quick thank you and a shout out to our donators, as well as the organizers of the league. Thank you very much for donating and for participating in the league as players. These two teams played well, ZER0 and Aero. I do just want to say thank you to all of you. We're going to sign off for the night. For now, Yautja, any closing remarks?
No, like you said, thank you for the donations to these teams. I'm going to go ahead and shout out their names: Jack Breacher, Juice, Williams, Baguette, and Dusty. We appreciate your donations to the league, giving these players something to play for. Love you guys. Thank you.
And I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will see you all on the next stream. Goodbye.